there's something that I like doing. I like getting to know people that I'm working with. So if you can hear me, if you're in this session and your attention is here, please just type in your name and where you're joining in. So my name is Ephraim and I am joining in from Nigeria. So just send something like that in the chat box. Let me see. Can you guys hear me? Does anyone need, should I call names? Prince, Victor, Musa, Janet, and say a few people here, but I'm not seeing anything in the chat box. Can you guys hear me? Okay, okay, awesome. Awesome. Oh, from Benin, very good. Welcome, Prince from Rwanda. Welcome. Okay, okay. So we have one Prince from Rwanda, we have another from Ibadan. That's nice. Okay, Debbie from Lagos. Okay, so welcome to tonight's session. Now, before we go on, I'm sure a lot of us saw the ads on various social media platforms. Can someone just tell me what they hope to gain from tonight's session? Why exactly they are here? Just in like 2 or 3 reasons before we go on. Don't worry, this session is going to be really enjoyable. Okay, it's just 2 or 3 reasons why you are here. Okay, anyone? It could be anything. There are no wrong answers. Okay, there are no wrong answers. So no one knows exactly why we are here. Some just say reasons. Okay, learn how to use AI in content creation. That's very good. That's Prince from Rwanda, right? Yes. So that's what I'm going to be calling it throughout the session. The Prince from Rwanda. Okay. So only Prince from Ibadan. You're following our hand. Not Nigeria now. Come on. Okay, to learn about AI in business advertisements and automation. Okay, very good, very good. Okay. Now, I have two just to the group. Gain profitable AI skills. That's very good. That's 30. Very good, very good, very good. Thank you, everyone. Now, if you're in tonight's session, one major thing I want you to realize is you are by definition a creative. Okay, so you saw this ad and we thought, oh, it aligns with me, it aligns with what I'm doing, and the umbrella term for what people in this session do is called creative, whether it is people that want to do AI automation or vibe coding, or you want to do something similar to content creation, not to do faceless YouTube channels, all of that. But for tonight's session, the major thing we are focusing on is building a profitable content brand with AI. Now, when I'm talking about content brand, the first thing I'm most people think about is all these big organizations. Like for example, if you think of network providers everywhere you go, you know the exact one I am talking about. If I say the green one, everyone knows the exact network provider. So those things, they are colors or they are words that invoke certain reactions in you. Immediately you hear this particular phrase, immediately you see this particular color, it helps you immediately align with a particular brand. And tonight, we want to see how we can make it for us as individuals, our own personal brand, or if you work with an agency, how you can use this for their own brand. So that is exactly what we are going to do tonight. If you're excited, let me see some reactions. Is anyone excited to go into that? Okay, only Collins. I'm expecting more reactions. Okay, wisdom, very good, very good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, before we dive into that, there are a few things that we need to get into place. Why exactly are you trying to get these skills? Why exactly are you trying to upskill? Is that just interested in AI? For me, there are a couple of common things that are people's priorities right now. The first is they want to be able to work from home. No one likes stressing themselves, entering one gap, squeezing their legs. If you're tall like me, you know that we always have problems with our knees whenever we're entering cabs. So you don't want to be stressing yourself with that. You want to increase your income in 2026. The inflation rate from, I think, the last 2 years up to this year is over 500%. That is really significant. And from the last years to this year, there are only a very select few people that have gotten their income increased by that same amount. So you want to learn how to increase your income like that. You want to have more time with your family. Instead of going to work 8 a.m., coming back by, let's say, 9 p.m., you want to be able to chill, have a flexible schedule. You want to leave your current job. You want to have more freedom with your time. All of these things, if they speak to you, I want to see some reactions in the chats. I want to see some reactions. Do these things speak to you? Okay, speak to wisdom, just wisdom. Okay, Stella, very good, very good. Now, we are going to be talking about how we can help with this. Okay, and thinking of all these things was what brought about Pen Analytics business. But I have mentioned before that for this particular session, if you are here, you are a creative. And when I say you are a creative, I mean you fall into one of these three categories. One of these three things are what you are trying your best to get into, or you're trying your best to upskill. The first being AI automation. You want to automate tasks using the AI tools so that you don't have to be repeating the same thing day in, day out. Or you want to go into AI content creation. You've seen faceless YouTube channels, how they are making money. You've seen TikTok channels, how they do. Or you want to go into vibe coding. You've seen how people are making their own applications in hours and getting full money from it, and you want to get that. But to do this, most people think, oh, I need to have been in the tech space already. Maybe I need to have studied computer science or any of those things. But no, doesn't matter if you're a teacher, you're a banker, receptionist, financial officer, any of these roles, it doesn't matter. Okay, you can always come into the tech space with these things. Now, what determines how you can get to the tech space is, first of all, the guidance. Second of all, that enthusiasm, that fire in you to learn more. Okay, and here at Analytics Business, who are we? The person in front of you, who is he representing? We are a leading e-learning platform designed to help organizations across the world empower their teams with a wide array of professional development options across AI, data, HR, software development, etc. So name it. We are here to help Africans upskill to that level to get these things. Okay, with access to top quality courses across diverse disciplines. Analytics Business addresses the continuous learning and development needs essential in today's fast-paced business environments. Right. So I've mentioned the three major parts that I feel, if you're in this session tonight, they really, really speak to you. And we are going to be going into one of them. They all will be going into the foundations of one of them. Now, who am I, the person in front of you? Summary of all of this is I have a background in electrical engineering. I did my bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, focused on electronics. Did some coding there, realized, okay, I could get this to be better. And I started learning about machine learning and artificial intelligence. So basically, if you know about robots, you know, they get information from their environment and they use it to do certain things, maybe move in one particular direction or things like that. So all of these started growing my interest and I started diving deeper and deeper into machine learning and artificial intelligence. And right now, I am currently working as a senior associate for AI and web development in Analytics Business. All right. So currently, I do the main concern for it is vibe coding. So instead of me stressing myself, learning all those boiler code and doing the strenuous activities, I use AI to help me do these things and 10x my job. Okay. So after tonight, I want everyone here to build an exciting AI project and monetize. Okay, I want everyone here to know how to do the particular thing that we're going to be doing tonight. Next is I want you to be able to position yourself for success in the AI market. Now, with that being said, with all these introductions, let's dive right into what we are doing. Okay, let's dive right into what we are doing. So just give me one second. Let me share my screen. Now, if you were here from the beginning, you must have heard me say that we are going to be building an AI brand. Okay, that is what we are going to do. What is an AI brand? But before I go on, if you check the chat box right now, my colleague has dropped a particular form. It's called the attendance form. Now, you need to fill this if you're having network issues and you can't hear some certain things I am saying. So you want to go back to the recording, okay? Or you want to get the slides that I'm using in today's session. All of these things can only be provided to you if you fill in this attendance form. So quickly just take a minute or two to fill in the attendance form. Don't worry, I'm not rushing anywhere. I'm here for you guys. We're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, we're going to have a lot of fun. So just take 2 minutes to fill it. Okay. Now, at the beginning of the session, I briefly talked about what we know as a brand identity. I talked about everywhere you go. When someone hears everywhere you go, the first thing they think about is MTN. When someone hears an internet service provider that is Bring, they think about Glo. Then let's go into content creators. If you hear Freaky, you know who I'm talking about. If you hear Mr. Beast, if you see that his logo of that lion, you know exactly who it is. So all these things, they are the brand identities of both corporations and individuals. And tonight, I want to see an easy way of using AI to build this thing for us. Okay, so instead of us stressing, getting designers and all of that, how can we do it? We're going to spend the next, let's say, 10-20 minutes doing that. The particular AI we are using. But this is very good. It's a trait it's like that. You know if you know. It's called Pomeli AI. So just search Pomeli by Google. Pomeli by Google. If you are with me, remember what I'm saying, Pomeli by Google. When you click on it, it's the first link that comes up. Beauty Google Labs. So that's how you know you're in the right place. Just click there. Pomeli by Google. Now, what Pomeli by Google does is it helps businesses easily create on-brand content. Okay, sorry if you have any questions, just type it in chat. I would address it. Okay, if you have any questions, just type it in chat. Now, Pomeli AI. What it does is it helps you create on-brand content. Okay, on-brand content, and this works in two major ways. The first way is if you're joining an organization and they have a website with everything they have already, we feed it into this AI and it helps us generate what we want. So it helps us get their brand followers, their brand identities, their core concepts, all of that. Okay. And for an individual, if you don't yet have what exactly you want to do, okay, it helps you with a template of what you can use. All right. So let's get started. I'm just going to click here. Let's get started. All right. Let me give it a minute to do that. All right. So just give it a minute. This is something I was working on before. Just going to reset it so that I can start from scratch. Very good. Now, right here, you can see, welcome to Pomeli. Easily generates on brand, blah, blah, blah. First is generate your business DNA. Next, get campaign ideas. And lastly, generate creatives. So it's a 3-in-1, basically. Now, once I click on Let's Go, the first thing to ask me for is the website. So if you as an individual, you already have your portfolio website with your brand colors, you've already done this thought process. It's okay if you can provide it. But if you don't have that yet, just click this button in your website yet. Once I click on it, you can see it starts giving me different ideas of what it thinks I might be working on. So if I was into skincare, I could click on this. If I was into fitness, I could click on this. If I was into digital services. So you can see there is a particular template for almost every major identity. Let's go with digital services. Since I said I'm a byproduct, so let's go with that. Now, once I click on that, it starts creating a template. What this template contains is my brand colors. Okay, so it creates my brand colors for me. It helps me generate my brand fonts. There are some particular fonts that if you see, the first thing you think of is it not this particular agency that wrote this? There are some particular lines of writing text that when you see them, they are reminded of someone else. Okay, so this is going to take a few minutes, let's say like 3 minutes, to just quickly generate everything for me. All right. Now, while that is going on, once again, do not forget to fill in the attendance form. Okay. So please and please fill in the attendance form. Now it has finished. We can say the first thing is the name of the organization. So Pixel Agency. I don't identify with Pixel Agency, so let me just click on this and let me just call it my name. So Iframe. Okay. Next is the logo. If you already had a logo for your personal brand, for your agency, just click on this edit button and change it. Then fonts. If you're not okay with this font, you can easily change it. So for example, I really love Poppins. So Poppins font, I really love it. I'm just going to click that and apply. And you can see it has changed my fonts to Poppins and plus Jakarta. Next is your brand colors, and it does a lot. So the brand colors is how people identify with you on first look. So immediately someone sees something, they think, oh, this has to be Iframe, or are they confused on what it is? So you can change the colors to whatever you want. Just click on this edit button. Next is tagline. Make it work, then make it great. All of these things, you can change it. But instead of you stressing, doing all these things individually, thinking of, I don't like this one, I like this one. What if can now use another AI to be now easier? See, all these things, we don't want to stress ourselves. Tonight, I want to show you the easy way of doing it. Please, once again, if you have any questions, just drop it in the chat. When I'm done with what I'm saying, I'll just quickly go over them before we continue, okay? So for this, let's use ChatGPT, okay? So let's use ChatGPT to help us generate some things quickly. And when I say some things, I'm thinking our tagline, brand values, and just a business overview. So these three things, let's just get that. Now, while my ChatGPT is loading up, you can see right here are the images of your brand. So if you had particular pictures of yourself, you can upload it. I think I have a very good picture of myself. Let me quickly upload this. So pictures, where is it? There we go. And once I upload it, it should come up. Aha, there we go. So in place of that, let me delete this one. So let's leave these pictures as it is. And our ChatGPT has loaded up. So here I'm just going to say, I am a senior data associate for web and software development. I want to build a brand identity to help people identify my works easily. Now, all of this that I'm doing is basically giving ChatGPT a background so that it understands the follow-up to what it is meant to help me do. Most times when we use it, we just immediately throw our questions at it immediately and it starts giving us things that are not really reasonable. So doing this particular building or giving it a background is very, very important. All right. So next thing is I've given the background and I want to tell it what it should do for me. Help me get, and let's see. First thing, a tagline, brand values, and a business overview. A tagline, brand values, and a business overview. So I can uplift my brand and send. Okay, I think this is still loading up. Actually, ChatGPT hasn't will be good. Thank you. Now, for this particular step, it doesn't really matter the AI. Okay, whichever one you're more comfortable with. For me, I prefer ChatGPT because I've used it the longest and it has my did I say entire history on it already. It knows the way I think, it knows the way I behave. If you are more of a fan of Claude, it doesn't matter, you can use it. Okay. So this is taking a little too long to do up. Let me try another browser. See if that is faster. Okay, not sure what's wrong with internet. But while that is loading up, I think there should be a few questions in the chat box. Okay, what is the name of the AI I'm using? Pomeli AI. So just search Pomeli by Google and you will see it. Okay. All right. So while this is loading up, once again, please do not forget to fill in the attendance form. All right. Don't forget to fill in the attendance form. Now, for this step, as I was saying, introduce yourself to it. Let it know who you are so that it would help tailor it better for you. I really do not know what's wrong with it. So, or should I try Claude? Maybe Claude would be faster. So let's try Claude. Yes, it's being recorded. But to get the recording, you have to fill in the attendance form. Okay. So Claude loaded up faster. Now let's see what it gives me. And ChatGPT just came up. Funny thing. So let's send the both of them. Let's take it as a competition between the both of them and see what happens. Okay. So what's the name of your brand? What's best describes you right now? So let's say software engineering system. What tone should your brand carry? Whenever you feel the attendance, you don't always get the recording. Okay, Stella, please, there is a number under that attendance form for the person. I think Tolu's number is right there. Just please send her a link, okay, so that we can address this. Just send her a link. All right. So let's say clean and professional. Okay, name for your brand. Let me just say my actual name is free. And for ChatGPT, immediately gave me what I needed. So taglines. Okay, okay, no problem. Shut down comment. So it has given me the taglines, has given me brand values and the business overview. Okay, so let's see what Claude gave also. Claude is still working. Let's Claude finish working. Let it cook. When it's done cooking, we compare the two of them and we would use the best one. All right. Now, all of these is very, very necessary. All of these is very, very, very necessary. Because once you get it right, it couldn't use something. Once you get it right, you're done with that part for the rest of it. So tab 9, engineering clarity from complexity. Let's see the taglines it gives here, transforming data, where data needs, building smarter systems through data precision. I think I prefer this one. So I'm just going to copy this and back in Pomeli, I would paste it. Okay. Now the next thing is the brand values. So brand values 5, precision, reliability, excellence, growth, transparency. Here the brand values basically the same thing: precision, scalability, efficiency, innovation, integrity, and user-centered thinking. So let's change it up a bit. Let's add this user-centered thinking. Okay. Let's add innovation. And let's see, iterative craft strategy before pixels, senior led teams. Okay, I think I'm okay with these ones. And finally, the business overview. Let's just change this. So here it says I'm a senior data associate, and here let's see. Written to work. I can't see this. Why is it not springing? And just tell it to write out the business overview. So here it says Pixel Agency is a senior-led creative agency building brand identities, blah, blah, blah. And here, let's see, this is too long. So let's see what this is. Okay. When getting the brand value. All right. The general prompt, don't worry. I am going to make sure I put this in the chat box. I'm just going to copy this first one. Then just copy this first thing and paste it here and apply. So senior data associate specializing in this, bridge the gap between raw information and functional technology. Now, once all of these looks good for me, I am just going to click this button that says looks good. Okay. And immediately it would just bring up a few things. Now, while this is still building up food, let me send the first prompt. Okay. Now, this is for those on the call. If you're having network issues and you aren't able to get all of these things, do not forget the attendance form is your get out of jail free card. Okay. If you play Monopoly, you understand what I mean. It would help you in your time of need. All right. All right. So I do not know whether this is my network, but here we go. Now we have already given it what our business idea is, what we are all about. That is our business DNA. As it says, business DNA. Now, from there, it is going to help us run campaigns. if you remember the flyer said for 30 days. Okay, so it's going to help us run campaigns, generate ideas for what we can do for each of these particular days. All right. And it has already given suggestions. Now, the first is authentic identity, zero fluff, leveraging blah blah blah, strategy before pixels, design for human purpose. So it has given us general things that might align with us that we might want to post and all of that. But it doesn't stop there. Let me click on this one. This is taking too much time to load. Aha, very good. So it doesn't stop there. Let me reduce this. It has given us different pictures that kind of introduce what our post might be about. And it is using those our brand colors. If you remember, one of my brand colors here in the business DNA is this green. This is the major brand color. That's why you can see it littered everywhere. Okay, that's why you can see it littered everywhere. The green. So if you don't really like that green, you can change it to whatever you want as a brand color. Now, inside here is your tech depth heavy, cultured design system, training team energy. See how to intentionally make things focus in me. It has given you a broad overview of what you can use that to do. Now, what if you wanted to make it into video form and you don't like carrying camera, you don't like making videos, you want to animate something? Just come down here and click on animate, and it will help you generate a 5-second video. Now, if you know anything about social media, you know those first 5 to 10 seconds are the most important for whatever content you want to create, whatever brand you want to introduce. Within the first 5 seconds is what is stopping someone from swiping away from your video. So you want something that it can easily grab their attention, and this is going to help you do that quickly. Okay, so you've already gotten the intro to the video. Now you can just get some other agents to just add into it and make your post sweet. Now I just want this to load up. It's going to take a few minutes to load up. I want to just show us an example of one of the features. It's going to take us a few minutes to load up. Okay, but while that is going on, once again, please and please don't forget to fill in that attendance form. It's really, really important. Okay, all right. So let this just finish loading. Now, if you don't really like any of these campaigns that it is giving, you can always write your own. Just give it a general idea of what you want to speak about, what you want to post about, and it will help you generate something. Using firstly those images in your business DNA and your colors, okay, your brand colors. Now, my colleague is going to post the attendance form once more, so you can just fill it up from there. Okay. So let's just give this 1 minute. While that is going on, you can now just be filling up the form. But instead of us just waiting for it, this is the sweet thing about AI. When working with AI, you can do a lot of things at the same time. So whatever comes to your head, and start working on it quickly. Okay, the video has come up. What I wanted to mention before, let me just quickly drop that here, is if you now wanted to create your content calendar, meaning for every day of the week throughout that entire month, you want to be consistent in posting. You can always go back to that agent, the first one that I use for your original prompt. Since it has an idea of your brand identity, it knows the business you are introducing to it. If you tell it using this information, so using this information, create a content calendar for me that basically increases my followers. Because I know this is the most important thing for those of us that use social media, increasing your followers. All right. So just send in this, and it's going to ask me a few questions. This is a good thing about Claude. It tries to make sure it knows what you are doing. So where will you be posting on? Let's say Instagram. Okay, how often do you want to be posting per week? Let's say 3 to 4 times. And what kind of content feels natural to you? Tips and tutorials. Those are the things I like doing. I like teaching. Okay, I'll just send that and it will start. Please, if your hand is raised, I am going to be answering questions at the end of the session. Or you can always send it in chats. When I am chanced, I will read it. Okay. So when I am chanced, I'll read and answer it. Now this is just going to work in a minute, but while that is going on, let's come back to this video. And it has already helped us with the intro video. So this is going to be just a few seconds. Okay, just a few seconds. That's going to introduce whatever you want to do. Is your tech depth heavy? Simple, clean, and easy. And with that, we can now continue with whatever we get from your content calendar. So that serves as the base. You can use it for your intro or outro video. Does it really matter? Okay. And here, week 1 discovers. This is taking me time. Let's see. Let me just tell it to write out the full week 1. I think my agent is having issues with one particular thing. This is unable to visualize. It's probably my network. So post 1, type tutorial carousel, 5 signs, and you can see it is giving me everything that I would possibly need for the slides or for the videos. So everything is given to you easily. Okay, easily and quickly. Now, while that is going on, let me come back and see if I have any questions. So is there any question? No question yet. All right. All right. So we have seen how to first create a brand. We have seen how to get the content calendar. Now coming into photo shoots. If you want to generate an image or you want to create a product photo shoot for whatever you are doing, you can easily do it here. So let's just come here to generate an image and let's just tell it create an image of a camera on a stool. Okay, of a handheld camera. That has movie lighting to attract interest. So generate. Now, next thing is how do you want to generate that particular image? So are you generating it for Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, depending on the platform you're generating it for? You would have to think of the formats. So I think story is the most common that I can use in most places. I just click on generate, and after a few minutes, it gives me different images I can use. Now from these images, you can now go on to your videos. Okay. So let me just keep this on more. Just more. While I am doing all this waiting, don't forget, if you haven't filled in the attendance form, please do that. Okay. And here you can see that generated 4 different images of cameras for me. So if I wanted to edit it, I am just going to tell it what exactly I want it to change. So change the strap, or should I say remove the strap and add a flash on it. Okay. So anything like that. anything like that. It is just you communicating the AI, communicate with it as if you're communicating with a human being. Clarity is key to all of these things. Okay, clarity is key. The clearer you are, the more detailed, the more defined your prompt, the better it will generate these things for you. All right. So let's just see what gives me. And here you can see it removed the strap and it put the flash just as I wanted. So all of these things will help you. Now back to my slides. Let me go back to slides. Sorry, give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that break. Back to slides. Why isn't this up? Sorry, then this the trying. Please, if you can see my screen, give me a thumbs up. Can you guys see my screen? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, creating recurring income with AI systems. So right now we have seen how to just do these things instead of us doing all these creating a brand identities and all of that manually. We have seen how AI can help us do this in minutes. As I said, within 20 minutes, we have developed a brand, we have gotten our pictures, we have a brand identity, and we have seen a sustainable way of generating content, at least picture content for us. So if you are just posting images, especially on Twitter, you have a sustainable way of doing that, and it is always going to be on brand. Now, I am highlighting that brand. This might be like I am a broken record, but that is what you want people to think of. You want people to be tired of seeing that thing and associating it. So that unconsciously, maybe they're even talking to their friends, and their friend mistakenly says one particular phrase. The first thing the person thinks of is, oh, so you follow this person, or oh, so you like this person. Okay, that is the kind of thing we are trying to promote with this brand. All right. Now, the opportunity. Why does this matter right now? Over the last year, big companies, big tech companies have been cutting down their workers. Okay, so they've been laying down their workers. And for most people, this is down. This is a sad thing. But for most of us that understand that this is an opportunity because these people that they are laying off, they might know how to do their jobs, but they don't know how to leverage AI into doing the jobs. Right now, people aren't um, paying for you to just have their knowledge. They are paying for you to use that knowledge efficiently, doing things in minutes, saving cost for them is what they are paying for. Okay, in 2023, 2024, all of these previous years, you've been hearing about AI. It's been just something that has been a whisper. Oh, AI is in the future, AI is in the future. But it is the present right now. The job market is no longer rewarding efforts. Okay, so staying from 9 to 9, spending a whole week doing a particular thing, it is not leveraging that. It is not rewarding that. So what it is rewarding is using your tools to do these things efficiently. It doesn't matter what particular tool we are using. You might think of it as a shortcut, use that shortcut. Okay, everyone wants to be at the forefront. Time is money. We want you to help them save that money. Now, this is where we come into play. Okay, so this is where analytics business comes into play. We're here to help you get those skills. Okay, and this is an example of someone that has followed our framework, someone that has gone through the system and has actually succeeded from it. If you check our YouTube, if you joined earlier, you'd have seen some YouTube videos that were being played. Those are past ones. But this is the particular ones that we want to spotlight for this session. So Pavel the story is very interesting because a teacher back in Cameroon before moving to the US, he joined a data analytics program and landed a job as a healthcare data analyst in the US. Okay, so he joined the Lens data analysis, moved over there, or he was already over there when he learned of us, and he got his big role as a healthcare data analyst. Now, one very important thing about Pablo's story and why I am highlighting it is he joined our mentorship sessions constantly. Now, our mentorship sessions are what moves us away from other edtechs. Okay, so instead of you just getting the classes and us calling it a deal, we help mentor you into not making the same mistakes that we make. For example, someone might be thinking, oh, all these things that you mentioned, if I check YouTube, I might be able to get it. That is true, but you would spend at least 1 to 10 more hours doing something that I would have told you within the first hour of our classes. So you make a lot of mistakes, you waste a lot of resources doing all these things. Now, another person is Judith. If you joined really early, I'll tell Judith's story. Okay, so she worked as a carer while in the UK. She had a background in HR here in Nigeria. She wanted more. She was like, she doesn't want to be a carer. So she joined the business analysis course in March 2024. And 3 months after, in July, she landed a job as a business analyst in the US, working remotely from the UK. So there is no barrier stopping you. As an African, you can work internationally for different brands. Okay. Now, when you get these slides, and I'm saying when because I am hoping that by now all of us have filled that attendance form. When you get these slides, you can just click on these buttons to hear the full stories from them. Okay, so you can hear from Pavel, you can hear from Judith. In case you do not believe what I am saying, you can always check it there. All right. Now, what do we provide for you? I've been saying we are here to solve this problem, we are here to solve this problem. But what exactly are the things we provide? The first thing I mentioned is mentorship. That is very, very important. But before that, we provide 8 weeks live classes every Saturday, 3 hours. We have breaks in between those 3 hours so that we don't get burnt out. But for 3 hours, we have instructor-led classes where as I'm working, you're working, just like we did today. For those ones who go into deeper concepts and you are afraid to ask your questions, unlike now that I am restricting us. Okay, so there you have those instructor-led classes, not pre-recorded. Then you also have the weekly mentorship sessions every Thursday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., where you get guidance from seasoned professionals that have been in your shoes. All right, you get your capstone projects, you get CV revamp, LinkedIn optimization, all of these things. Now, the most important one is we are accredited by the US. Okay, so we have the ACTD accreditation. We also have another which I forgot to add into our slides, but we are double accredited, meaning we are recognized as an international brand. So if what you are thinking of is certificate, don't worry, your certificate is very solid. But as I always preach, your project will speak more for you than certificates. Okay, so focus on attending those classes and getting it. Now you get the alumni community and a Tuesday session. Now the Tuesday session is very special because after the weekend classes, you might go back to the recording and try to redo things. Okay, let Ephraim not be holding my hand as I'm doing. Let's see if I can do it on my own. And it is okay to stumble, it is okay to fail. What is not okay is to stay where you were. All right. So after you've tried, you've let's say gotten to an extent, or you stumbled and you couldn't go forward. We come again on Tuesday. I can direct you on how to do this better. All right. Now, would you let this opportunity slip by? Okay, so you've been hearing about AI, you've been hearing whispers of it, AI is the future, AI is the future. And right now on this call, I just showed you how AI is the present. I'm going to let this opportunity slip by. If you're not, I want to see a thumbs up. Okay, if you're not going to let it slip by, I want to see a thumbs up. All right. Okay, so Adiyemi, Matilda, very good, very good. Now, For those of us that are really interested and don't want it to sleep, I have a special offer for us. Yes, I had to go and speak to my bosses about this. So I have a very special offer for us. All right. All these things, the actual value is little over 1 million. Okay, that is if you're counting in naira. If you're going for your classes in somewhere else, you have a mentorship session, you have a mentor that you speak to somewhere else, you are getting your LinkedIn optimized, your CV reviewed, all of these things is a little over 980. It's a little over under 1 million. Sorry. But a normal price is meant to be 250. But I have a special promo for those of us that do not want this to sleep at. I have a special promo, and that comes in two ways. The first way is if you want to pay everything tonight, you are locked in, you are very, very interested, you want to start, you pay a one-time fee of 120,000 naira. Okay, so one-time payment 120,000 naira. I have access to all of these great things that I was mentioning. The classes, the review, the capstone project, the mentorship session, the Tuesday support, all these things. But if you don't have up to that, don't worry, there is also a space for you. For that, you pay 50,000 in 3 installments. The first is now to secure your slots. Then, when you start the program, you pay the next 50, and then a month after, you pay the last 50. So that will spread out through. Okay. Now, to do this, after paying this, the cohort starts May 9th. But I saw a lot of thumbs up. Unfortunately, my slot is only reserved for the first 5 people. So I'm only interested in working with 5 people that secure their slots tonight. Whether it's the full payment or the part payment, the first 5 people are the ones I'm interested in. And why am I saying this? It's because those 5 people, they are going to get early bird access. Now, this early bird access is going to allow you join our mentorship session from this Thursday. So this Thursday, immediately join the mentorship session. Next is you get access to one portfolio project. So even before you start the classes, before you start the journey, you already have access to something that keeps you apart from others. Okay, so the first 5 people, all right, are those ones I am interested in. Now, if you want to make payments, the first way of making payments is if you check the chat box, my colleague has dropped the link. Okay, so she dropped the link and she also dropped the bank statement. You can pay through the bank statements, or you can just follow this link. Let me show us that. 1 minute. Let me show us that. Now, if you go to this link, my network, I do not know what is wrong with my network tonight. Let this move up. Very good. If you go to this link, whichever session you are interested in, remember when I was talking about creatives, if you're interested in social media content creation, AI automation, vibe coding, just click on the one you are interested in. Click and go. Now, you just simply have to sign in. I already have an account, so let me use this. Okay, so it's just a simple authentication so that everything is personalized for you. Okay, and there you go. Now, next thing is you need to choose your payment plan. Remember, I said if you are paying at once, you just pay 120. But if you want to pay in 3 installments, it's 50, 50, 50. And unfortunately, this offer doesn't last long. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter if you're Nigerian, if you're from Kenya, if you're Ghanaian, Zimbabwean, you're from Uganda, you're from Rwanda, any of the currencies. Okay. So you can pay in those currencies. You do not have to worry about that. What you do have to worry about is when you are starting. Our cohort starts May 9th. That is next week Saturday. Okay, so next week Saturday, immediately you are entering class. If you pay now, next week Thursday, you start the mentorship session, and by Saturday you join in class. So you click that and you click how you want to pay, whether it's full installments or the 3 installments one. And you can see it has automatically converted it for you. So once you click on it, it takes you to the pay start page where you can input either your card details or transfer to the account provided there. Okay, so I think my network is having serious issues. If you're Nigerian, it's just the same thing. It's just the same thing. Now, at this point, I feel there are a few people that were raising their hands before that had questions. Does anyone have any questions? Let me see how I can answer them. Okay, does anyone have any questions? Anyone? Or do you guys want me to call names? At this point, I just want to relate to you. I want to chat with you. I want to know what exactly is holding you back from taking this opportunity right now. Okay, no one is asking any questions. Should I ask? Prince, let me stop sharing my screen for a minute. This at this point is a discussion. I want you guys to join me, so I want to know what is stopping you from joining. Okay, so let's see. Prince, I know we have one Prince from Rwanda, we have one from Ibadan. So any of the two, are they still here with me? Let me confirm. Okay, the Prince from Rwanda, you should still be on the call. Can you just quickly unmute? Let me just have a quick discussion. Are you here?
Yeah, yes, I'm here.
Yeah, good evening. So how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay, so what exactly is stopping you from joining in tonight?
Uh, I still have to make a decision because sometimes it's not easy around this time. And yeah, money, of course, as the other priest just said. So yeah, sometimes it's tough. And right now, like on the other side, I'm starting a business. So yeah, it's all stuff, but it is a good thing. And it may not be this cohort, but maybe the next I'll try.
Now,
Ah,
there are two things that I find as a flaw with that. The first is you said it might not be this call, it might be the next. So that is saying you think this opportunity is going to stay that long. But if you remember from the presentation, the price was actually slashed. So by the time you come back, it will actually go back up. Okay. So instead of the 150 that I see now, to go back to the 250. But that is by design. Now, the next thing you said is making a decision. What if you have a, should I say, one-on-one session, just a clarity session where you can discuss what your fears might be? Do you think that would help you? Do you think that would be okay?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Okay, okay. So in the chat box right now, my colleague Tolu already shared her phone number. And just send her a message that you want to book the clarity session. And this is for everyone. Okay. So if you're really confused, you want to be fully convinced. You want to join in, but you're unsure of where exactly you're going to join in and all of that. Just book a clarity session. Okay. I'm seeing from our other prints. Okay, so the prints from Ibadan, money actually. Now, friends, this money actually is why we came up with that installment plan. Okay, so instead of you paying the full 120 right now, you can use that 50 to start your journey. All right, and I am getting two texts right now. from people that want to start their journey. So you can hope that to set it down and start your journey. All right. Now, I really forgot to say this. So those ones are from Tolu. Immediately you make the payments, you want to send the receipt to Tolu. Okay, so her phone number is right there. You want to send the receipt to Tolu. Okay, now my phone number is already in the chat. I'm going to send it to the chat, and it is also in the slides. So when you're going through the recording, you will always want to just put out the chat. Okay, so if you want to discuss with me, you want to know how to join in and to start on all of that, you can just use that. Okay, now let's see. Sorry, I do not know your name, but your display name says good girl. You unmuted a while before. Do you want to ask something? Is there something you want to discuss? You didn't send your name earlier when we were introducing ourselves. So your display name says good girl. Are you hearing me? Okay, so maybe that was a mistake or something. Let's see. Jennifer. Jennifer, can you just quickly unmute? Let's have a quick discussion. Let me know what exactly is stopping you right now. Hello. Start my network, because I know my network has been off and on. All right, I'm just going to take it as she doesn't want to unmute. Okay, so let's see. A few people that I was interested in talking with aren't really here. But Femi, are you still hearing me, Femi? Let me see. Let's try to know what the issue is. Okay, so maybe they are not really paying attention to their phones right now. But it's no problem. It's no problem. Once again, it's been awesome having this session tonight. If you need any clarification, my number is in the chat box. Tolu's number is there also. Just reach out to us and we can have a discussion. Okay,
Now I can talk to you. I couldn't find the mic.
on news button.
Yeah.
Okay, it's no problem. No problem. Good evening. So where are you joining me from? I can hear an accent. You are definitely not Nigerian.
I'm not Nigerian now. I'm Kenyan. I'm Kenyan, but yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, what is the issue? Why aren't you joining us tonight?
Like your friend said earlier, we need some time to think about it before just having to pay money just like that.
Okay, that is all well and good. Now, did you hear what I said about joining a clarity session?
Yeah, I have to think about all those when I sleep tonight.
Okay. So what I want to do, because I do not want you to have wasted an hour plus just being on this call and getting that without actually getting the full cake. So what you've gotten is basically like blowing out the candle on your birthday cake. You haven't tasted the actual cake itself. Now, if you don't want to miss that opportunity, just firstly fill in the attendance form so that we have a way of contacting you. And secondly, you can just send Tolu or me a DM, okay? So that way you can have that conversation. But once again, the prices aren't going to stay this way, all right? Maybe by the time you think you are ready, the prices have gone up and it's a whole new discussion all over again, okay? Now, I think at this point, we can just call it a night. It's been absolutely wonderful being here. We will see you guys again. So, bye-bye.